Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your May 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We will start off with the sound bowl just to tune into the energy, but we will be doing a Celtic cross today for the month of May. There will be an extended at the end, so if you're interested in that, if the story does resonate with you, you can go to the description box below, click on the link for your extended reading. It's an honesty box feature, so below that is a PayPal link. Otherwise, we will begin with the sound bowl. So, if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what the collective energy for your sign is for May. Right, please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, and if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe, totally free, or you can comment and share. Right, we're going to start off with a Sacred Destiny card, a theme for the month of May. Thank you. Oh, we'll take this one. Oh, we'll take both. Ooh. Okay, so what is unseen at this time, because it was laid the other way down, is security. Okay, this really tells me that even though you don't realize it at this time, you actually have a lot more security than you recognize. Okay, what is very clear to you in the month of May is a huge opportunity. Okay, so opportunities are landing in your life at this time. So in both cards, we do have this, the cosmos, the Milky Way, really showing itself out, which tells me that both of these things are kind of predestined energies. Okay, the stars are navigating at this time. And when you put the two cards together, it basically says that this opportunity has got security attached to it. Okay, so it may be that you get a major opportunity in the month of May, but then you're not quite sure whether it has security attached to it. Because it was laid face down, you don't really recognize it, and that could be the thing over the month of May that causes you to sort of self-doubt. But let's see how this plays out. Right, Celtic cross. I will be clarifying pretty much immediately. I'll lay the cards out first and then I'll go through it after I've clarified, okay? Just to save on time. I've found before with readings, if you go through just the general energies and go through everything and then clarify afterwards, then you kind of forget what the original one was. So I want to keep this as clear as possible. A beautiful Scorpio. Okay. So just bear with me for a few seconds here. Okay. I'm just going to quickly clarify and then I'll go through each of the positions and cards and tell you what's going on. Okay. Quite a few major arcanas turning up, which will again talk about predestined energies. All right. Okay. Oh, King of Cups twice. Ooh, my head is tingling like you wouldn't believe. Okay, we've got some repeating cards come up. The three repeating cards we have is the Ace of Swords, which is the aha moment, that enlightenment. Oh no, two cards have come up twice. and the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is an energy of being emotionally mature, pretty much, being a master of your emotions, all right? Your current position is a Seven of Swords with the Lovers, okay? And this should be a very positive position that you're in. You're trying to make a very strategic choice, okay? The Lovers talk about it, sometimes even a third party situation. Lovers is really about passion, but ultimately it's about making a decision, a big choice. All right, but I feel like you're trying to be very strategic. We've got the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords can sometimes refer to a lying, cheating, stealing kind of energy, a sort of deceitful energy. But because it's in this position, it has more the positive connotations. Now the positive connotations is the guy goes off to the enemy and he steals a whole bunch of swords to basically disarm the enemy. So he wants to sort of skirt around the situation. He doesn't do it the conventional way, right? He thinks outside the box. He finds a new way of making a situation work for him with as little bloodshed as possible, essentially. And so what you are trying to do is you're trying to find another way around making a decision, making a choice. And it's a big choice that you have to make. But the thing that's crossing you is what's preventing you in some ways of making a decision and being able to skirt around the situation is something is dead, done, and over with, right? And it's causing quite a lot of emotional turmoil and uncertainty around the situation, okay? I'm just being reminded as well that Scorpio, you are like the polar opposite of Taurus, and we're in Taurus season now. So this is where you are furthest away. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but working with intuition, you're the furthest away from when the sun is in your sign, meaning that you are like midpoint, and that midpoint of a cycle tends to talk about challenges and obstacles, okay? So you are in the darkest area before your planet moves back towards the sun, okay? So just to bear that in mind, that it's not always uncertain and unclear, okay? Now, it's weird because it's like, I'm not seeing major work stuff going on here. This is a lot of mental energy going on over here. Obviously a bit of hard work, but it's to do with some sort of opportunity and decision that you need to make. So in the recent past, you felt that you were kind of brought down to your knees. You felt like a wounded warrior about this aha moment. It seems to me like in a position of work or any sort of endeavor you do in the workplace, any sort of project that you do, goal that you've been working on for a long, long time, you've had that aha moment of, I'm kind of at the end of my tether. I just want this to end. I've had enough. I'm ready to kind of throw in the towel here, okay? It feels like quite a treacherous kind of road that you've been on. But the Nine of Wands also does promise you that you're at the nine. You're at the natural ending, and it's always the darkest before dawn. Okay, so you have really kind of trying to work out within yourself, what is the best route forward? And because we've got all these major arcanas, like, I'm just going to do something. I haven't done this with the other readings, but can you please give me a hint about what this is regarding? Because I'm seeing, there's a little bit of everything here, but I'm not getting any major thing because we've got all these major arcana. So can you get a hint, please, about what this that Seven of Swords talks about? What the situation is? Can we get like an area of life this is talking about, please? For Scorpio, for the higher scope, please. Thank you. What do we have? Two of Cups. Okay. So really we're talking about a union. Really we're talking about a very close connection to you as it relates to the heart space, and about and about kind of being eye to eye on the situation, right? Singing from the same page, being able to open up. So it feels to me so whatever situation you're dealing with now, it could be, for example, a work situation where you want to end something and want to take on something new, but you're not quite sure how your business partner would handle that, or your romantic partner would handle that, or someone who is like your other half to that degree, someone who's like your opposite energy but who you are very, very close to. It's some sort of connection, very close connection, and that's what you're trying to work towards the best possible outcome, but without not really wanting to deal with any confrontation or any kind of where you feel like you are forced to make a decision. You kind of feel like, oh, I'm not so sure I'm ready to make a certain decision, and yet we do have opportunity coming up. So there is a presentation for you, and it's whether you go for it or not. Now, in your conscious area of thoughts, your focus is, we've got the Page of Cups with the King of Cups. So what's happening here for you in May is you are getting that message, or that lovely new message of that opportunity that we had, okay? It comes with the King of Cups, which means it actually comes, whoever it's coming from is coming from a really good place, okay? So it feels like it's offered by the King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups energy is, I was talking about that emotional maturity. It's someone who, male or female, it doesn't matter, but someone who really are pretty skilled at how to, they have experienced every sort of heartache they could possibly leave, or loss in life, and they have risen above it to such wisdom that they understand at a soul level what someone means when they just say something small, okay? And in that, even though they may not be, they don't tend to be someone who's very like, la 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 la, big in their energy. They are kind of still waters run deep, that kind of energy, very concerned, almost like a father figure type energy, but really kind of connected and connected to you. So this could be the other person that you're dealing with. Again, male or female, it doesn't matter. But there's an offer coming in, and that's where your focus is at the moment. You're looking for the offer that's going to give you that emotional balance within, but also it feels like it's coming from that too. Now, deep down in your psyche, you actually are ready to walk away anyway, okay? Because something is dead, done, and over with, you sort of like, it feels like you already know that the end of the road has come, but it's still causing so much uncertainty. It's very difficult to make sense of it. Deep down, you recognize that you're better off walking towards horizon, not flogging a dead horse, because there is a new opportunity just waiting for you with that Ace of Pentacles, okay? So the Eight of Cups, he walks towards the horizon ahead of himself. He's actually walking towards his Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups is his dream, is his wish fulfillment. But the trickiness comes, and it's very difficult to say goodbye and to decide to just leave all the good work that you've done up until now. Everything that you've invested, your heart, your soul, your money, your time, your energy, everything that you've put into the situation. Even so, you're recognizing, you know what, it's not working for me anymore. So I recognize now that I'm going to cut my losses, and I'm going to walk towards a new reality that I'm unaware of now, but I'm damn sure it's going to be better than this one. And what Spirit is saying is that you know it is. Spirit is also saying there is a huge opportunity coming towards you. You know that you need to say goodbye, okay? So instead of deviating around something, it's like you're trying to deviate around a situation that is already over, okay? And all it's doing is causing a bit of turmoil. You're trying to deviate, but it's dead, done, over with. All right. This energy here, you recognize you're wounded. You're done. You're tired. You've had enough. Okay. Now, so because of this energy, you're sensing the background. Oh, I think I'm done here. You're seeing it around in your environment as well, and then you're getting this wonderful new offer that's coming on in, basically dangling a new opportunity that could actually set you in the right path towards actually feeling a bit more self-secure. Your immediate future is the Moon card, okay? So you are really kind of not quite sure how to handle a very uncertain predicament. And it may be that you're having to deal with someone who's a Queen of Swords, because this Queen of Swords speaks their truth, they honor their truth, and they're pretty blunt, okay? So this is somebody who is who doesn't mince their words, you know. See, the Queen of Swords has some beautiful qualities to it and some like challenging qualities, just like every other card has. The beautiful thing about the Queen of Swords is they are light in energy because they don't hold back. They just let it all out, right? Because they know who they are and they know what they stand for, all right? But sometimes being on the receiving end of that could be a little bit like, I don't know how this person is going to react. It could be the person that you're dealing with, this close connection. It could be a family member. It could be a business partner. It could be a friend. It is someone who you're very close to. You have a close relationship with, all right? Now, it is going to make you feel a little bit uncertain and a bit kind of emotionally triggered moving into this next stage. But what Spirit is trying to tell you here is that even though it feels a bit, I think what's happening here basically is you are too concerned about what everyone else is feeling. Okay, so you're trying to kind of look over with the Seven of Swords, you're trying to kind of find an out the box kind of energy to take a new opportunity and move forward towards your wish fulfillment, right? That's ultimately what's going on at quite a deep level, because we've got quite a lot of major arcanas here. The trouble is, you might be a little bit too concerned about how people around you are going to react, what the situation around is going to reveal, okay? So the best way forward is to be honoring yourself and to be true to yourself. That is the only way that's going to help alleviate, so then therefore, even if the future doesn't play out the way that you'd hoped it would be because it was so unclear, at least you could reconcile within yourself that I was honoring my truth. Okay, I don't always have to be careful about everyone else and how things are going to pan out. If I just honor my truth in this moment, and then the next moment I'm going to honor my truth, and then the next moment I'm going to honor my truth, then that can be your rock, okay, your cave, like the security has there, all right? Bearing in mind, I'm also picking up on family here. So if there is, if you're having to deal with a situation that is involving your family, know that that at a deep level, doesn't matter how you react, it doesn't matter what you decide to do, they've got your back, okay? So there is that root coming through pretty strong. Now, your attitude at the moment is equal give and take. Your attitude is you're wanting to kind of have an equal trade as relates to money, but you've got this Two of Pentacles as well. We got the Six of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles, and so what that's telling me is your attitude is basically money orientated for the most part. Okay, there are definitely other aspects that are much heavier for you with the heart space here in the head, but the way you are applying yourself is very much in the frame of finance security. Okay, that's it. And your attitude is, I want equal give and take. What the energy that I put in, I want that to return to me in an equal trade. I don't want to be put out in any way, or kind of for it not to be fair. I think the element here is fairness. Now, I also think that there may be a gift that's coming towards you, because we've got that Page of Cups with the Six of Pentacles, and both of those are my little gift cards, where something comes out of nowhere, and it's basically you have earned this in other karmic things that you've been doing. So something's coming towards you because you've been maybe struggling with money, maybe juggling, maybe kind of you've got enough, but you know, be nicer with a little bit more. But what enables you to do is to balance things a bit more. Okay, so it does seem to be a really nice gift coming through. As long as it doesn't become too, it doesn't feel like it's conditional, like a conditional gift where someone gives you something and then you know, yes, here's this wonderful gift, but we need you to do this, right? It doesn't feel like that, but I think the reason this is coming up is I think that you can automatically feel like there could be a string attached, okay? It doesn't feel like there is, all right? Now, your attitude, sorry, your environment at the moment is a King of Cups with the Hermit. Okay, so we're talking about kind of masculine energies over here, but of a very sort of soft nature, gentle, quiet, within nature. I feel like there are people around you who are in a way reflecting what's going on with you, because sometimes we have environments that are totally opposing what is going on within ourselves, and it's quite tricky. Like we could be happy and there's conflict around us, or vice versa. For this, for some reason, I'm feeling this energy of you are going into a bit of a quiet space. You are trying to kind of find the deep reflection within to really decide for yourself at a soul level, do you take that opportunity? Do you take that gift, okay? Regardless of the fact that the future seems uncertain. And what is it all about? Well, what it's telling me is that what it's all about is the heart. That's what it's all about. It's not about the money. It's not about the way to do it and the work that you do. It's not about how you show up in the world. It's actually about where your heart is at, okay? That seems to be very strong, and it feels to me like there are people around you who are actually going through a similar thing in their own way. And it's like people around you are kind of going a bit quiet as well. It's a bizarre kind of energy I'm picking up on, but it's like, it's just like, you know, very kind of philosophical kind of, I'm sitting with this for a bit. I'm going to spend some time with this, and I'm going to recognize what actually works for me, for my heart space. So it's quite interesting. Then, okay, hopes and fears. We've got the Hierophant, and then we've got the Ace of Swords again. The desire here is to get the systems or any sort of kind of company that you're dealing with, any sort of government situation, structure. The hope is that they're on board and you get good news. Now, the Ace of Swords is ultimately a good news card, but it is also a truth serum, seeing something as it truly is, an aha moment. So there may be a case where you hope that there is some sort of, and I don't know why I'm thinking this loophole in the law, maybe it's because of the Seven of Swords, I'm not so sure, but there seems to be some sort of like, we could do it this way energy that comes forward. There seems to be something that could really work in your favor here with this shift that's taking place, this decision about sort of saying something is over, so recognizing that it's over with that Ten of Swords, and then how to employ something new within your life. And it could be a physical shift, a physical move as well. It seems to me like there's some sort of option out there that you're not aware of, some sort of feels quite, it has a legal kind of vibe to it, but it seems to be associated to like paperwork, the small print, it's a system, it's something where, okay, let me see if I can find an example. Say for example, you are struggling to pay your credit card bill every month, okay, because if things are a bit tricky at the moment, right? You're struggling to pay your credit card bills, but you really want to take this new job, but you're worried that there's going to be a delay before you can pay back. So you're struggling to pay, but you might need some money to start this new job. Use that as an example. And then you find and you look go through all your paperwork, through your credit card statements, and you find that there may be a way to halt payments for 6 months until you're in a better position to do so, and and that it's done without any kind of black mark on your credit score, or it has that energy. So I feel like that's really positively aspected for you. There's some sort of pathway that's opening up in front of you, where initially you thought, oh God, what am I going to do? Whereas now it's like, I could do it that way. So there's a lot of thinking outside the box going on for you in May, okay? And yes, it makes you feel a bit down in the dumps a bit, because you don't want to have to kind of do that, but actually thinking outside of the box is very innovative, and it enables you to really stretch that part of your mind and to open your focus point so that it's not so tunnel vision, and it's taking in a wider spectrum of options and opportunities. And opportunities is where it's at, okay? We don't want to close our mind to new ideas. We want to be as open as possible. So it feels like there's a way that's going to come forward for you that is going to be a bit of a saving grace, okay? It's not necessarily your credit card, it could be something else, but it's something where something you have been struggling with, there's another way to do it, okay? Something connected to a structure, an organization, where there is a clause somewhere, all right? So bear that in mind. Outcome is strength with the 8 of Swords. So I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty full on, it's pretty heavy, okay? What this is telling me is you are now needing to really stretch your wings and fly, okay? But it's scary. So think of yourself as a little bird. If you were a little bird that's in your nest, and you see mama bird flying out the nest, and you really want to, but good Lord, you're too high above in the tree. Like, what if you fall, you know? But unless you take that first leap, you're just going to be stuck in the nest until for forever, right? So it's taking you quite a lot of strength to kind of overcome the fear, because essentially you feel trapped. But what's really happening here is it's the fear that is trapping you, okay? So the outcome of the month of May is, I see you really being as like, because the sun is in the opposing sign of you, it's in Taurus, you are going to be feeling so like a fish out of water by the end of the month. But it's ultimately for your highest good, okay? Because what happens is there's certain kind of fears that are going to be faced. And what the Strength card does, what happens with this card is the beast, the lion, represents her inner demons, okay? And she tames her inner demons. She makes sure that she makes the demons work for her. So instead of her being frightened by the lion, in this gilded deck, she actually puts her hand in the lion's mouth, okay? And the lion has been lowered to her. What's the word? Subjected? Oh, there's a word for it. So you are really kind of taking your fears by the scruff of the neck, and you're kind of going, look here, this is how I want it. This is what we're going to do here on. And it's very scary to do that, but I see you being able to do that, and I see you being able to kind of feel a bit kind of chuffed with yourself having done that. So it is a stretch. It is going to be pretty strong this month for you, emotionally, mentally, all of that jazz. It's going to be pushing you to the edge, all right? But what you really need to know is it's for your highest good, because you are secure. You do have security more than you realize. I don't think you see it yet. And you do have an opportunity coming up for you. So the choice is yours. Let us get an oracle card to close off this reading. Okay. What does Scorpio need to know, please, for May 2023, for their highest good? What would help them during a challenging month? Scorpio. Okay, they're giving us 2 again. Right. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So don't worry if you're male. You don't have to be a female. It's fine. But warrior woman is basically saying, it's time to step up, dude. It's time to kind of, you've not only have you got this, but you've done this in past lives. You're good. You're fine. But really what it's talking about, it's saying, well, the reason why all of these things seem to be kind of triggering you over May is because there's been something deep down that you've been neglecting. And it's got to do with your dream, and it's got to do with your heart. Okay? There's something that you have been kind of shutting off within yourself just to kind of keep the status quo going. And now's the time. It's like the universe is setting all this stuff up that there's no denying that a shift needs to take place. So you are really being pushed this month, challenged this month to rise above your fear, because you've absolutely got this. But it's time to follow your inner truth. It absolutely is. You can't dispel it anymore. And that's where you will become very successful in terms of the way you handle yourself, your self-empowerment, and people will kind of recognize that you know, you can't, what's the word, you can't toy with other people's soul paths. You can't toy with it. You can't intercept it in any way. You've got to allow them to do it. So that's what they're recognizing within you. Okay? Now, we've also got trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So it's talking about the calling. It's talking about your sense of fears, working out what that is. It's talking about this opportunity that's coming your way. There is a niggle there, and you can't just let the niggle is, you know, have you answered your deepest calling? No. So now you've got to trust that. So it's time to really step your game up. And often we don't tend to make huge shifts and changes in our lives unless everything kind of either falls apart or everything is kind of pushing us so much in a box that we have no choice but to expand out of it. Okay, it's like enough is enough. All right. When things are kind of okay, then they just carry on being okay for months, years, whatever. When things reach a point, a precipice, it is really that beautiful push. You kind of go, well, now Scorpio, what you gonna do? Okay, this is an opportunity to really kind of break through the barriers of the fear and stand up in your own truth and speak from your heart and honor it. All right. So Scorpio, it's quite a big month. I'm going to be moving on to the extended now, and I'm going to be looking at this moon card, this immediate future of what seems so uncertain. I'm going to be getting a bit more information on that. I'm kind of nosy. I want to figure out what that's all about. Give me a bit more of a glimpse of what that moon is talking about, and clarity. See if we can delve a bit further, and with that I'll get a message from Spirit. So if this does resonate with you, go to the description box below, click on the extension link, and then the PayPal link will be just below that. For the rest of you, I wish you lots of love and light and hugs and support for the month of May, and I'll see you back in June. All right, take care. Bye.